go, girls. Hup, hup. Shh, shh. Yeah. Huh. Well, now we were talking here. She's like, I've never seen all these weeds here before. I said, they haven't been. I don't know if it's because we had that really super wet spring and early summer, and the rains continued on up until like July and all, right?
Yes, yeah, July.
Where usually it's already stopped. Even at the end of May, usually it's already stopped. First week of June. And people weren't able to get in and cut when they normally cut and bale hay, and people are still baling hay up in August. We just saw people still cutting and baling summer hay, even in September, hadn't we? And you know, not their fall cutting. These are still cuttings just continuing on. And we were pretty shocked out of that. But it's been an odd year without a doubt. So everyone was cutting super late, which is odd. I talked to other farmers. We all have like the same consensus. And then insects. That's what you're fighting right now. Melinda's over here knocking insects off of her.
Creepy.
Yeah, they're little bugs, all kinds of insects this year. Stuff that I haven't ever seen in my life, or stuff that haven't seen in many, many years. And this year it's like a plethora of everything.
Yeah, it is bad. We was thought that we'd have a hard winter, and I was thought it's not gonna be like this on summer, but it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you would think. Everybody always says, oh, if you get a really hard freeze, you won't have so many insects.
Yes,
but
yeah. It's opposite.
We had more than ever. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So this stemmy stuff, I'm gonna have no choice but to have to bring a mower over here and mow it all. I was planning on plowing it, but I'll have to mow this first, and that's more time and more diesel, more hours on the tractor. But I'm gonna have to do it because this is one of my prime fields that I need to give attention to.
Yep.
Well, I need to close this gate right here. You know, you want to be a good neighbor, and we have a man that owns some property back behind us back in here through that timber right over there, that he too has cows, and we don't want our bulls fighting through the fence and all. So I use these back fields as a buffer between him and I. And he'll call me up, you know, and he called the other day and he said, hey James, I'm gonna be looking to move my cows into that back. And I said, oh, no problem, I'll just move mine forward, but I'm soon gonna move these off this property anyway. We're gonna transfer them over to another 100 acres, and there's a lot of fresh grazing there for them right now. I may winter them out there. Yeah, y'all don't ever see that place on camera. I don't know if we ever even show that place on camera, do we?
I think we do when you are baling the hay.
Yeah, in the past when I was loading those 18-wheelers and all. Yeah, if you've been watching for a long time, that's that property over on that highway where you've seen us loading the 18-wheelers and the goosenecks and all that stuff.
Yep.
And I've got hay all on that field right now, round bales, that we've got to go over and get up.
Yeah,
We've just been delaying it. We've had so much going on, and the heat. So then we get that off the field. We're going to move these cows. Now all this is coming down here pretty quick because fall's going to set in, and we've got to get everything situated. I'll tell you something funny with that guy the other day, though. He told me at first he missed my dad, and I was like, oh yeah, I miss him too and all. He said, 'cause he'll call and talk to me for hours on the phone, and we'll make our fall plans together and what we're going to do for our hay crops this year. You know, just neighbors, not really that close with each other. They ain't like they go personally visit each other. But I guess he liked my dad calling and chit-chatting with him. And he said, you don't call and talk to me and all this kind of stuff. And you don't make plans with me what you're going to do in your fields. You know, that's an older man thing. And we had one other that said the same kind of stuff, right? You know, it's kind of funny. I tell you, you know, there's a little difference though. My dad sat endless hours on the phone talking to all kinds of people. And he stayed on that phone constantly, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
That's all I knew my whole life, is my dad just with a phone plastered to him. And I guess they expect me to be the same way, but I absolutely despise to be on the phone, don't I?
Plus, we have our own business that are taking care of it. Just instead of just stay at the phone constantly.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny, you know, just little things. I guess I don't fit with his clique. He's nice to me, don't get me wrong. He's nice to me, but, and I understand it, you know, you miss somebody that you're older and you had a groove set with and all. Yeah. He's a nice guy for sure, though. He really is. I'm still glad I had him as a neighbor. Well, Mel and I were going to do a loop around and look at the fences, check the rest of the cows that was already on this side. That wasn't the whole herd, that was just part of them. And I guess we'll get on to the next thing, huh?
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, because this pollen, I think, is tearing her up right now.
My nose just hit.
The roof of my mouth is all rough from this pollen stirring it up in the air in the cows.
It's really bad.
It is. These weeds are just crazy this year. It's another one of our stop ponds right here. It's a pretty long pond, pretty big pond. We never fish it. I know there's some good bass in there, those Florida hybrids in there. Probably need to fish it and get those old big ones out. There's some good channel cats in there too. We put probably 300 or 400, I can't remember, fingerlings in there before, those channel cat, and I'm sure they didn't all survive or things ate them, but there should be some good ones remaining in there. We just kind of let it be, you know. We thought about having a group of friends get together sometime and just have a fishing day. I guess that's about one of, I can't remember if it's 14 or 16 stop ponds. The prodigal son has returned. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, some of y'all been asking, where's Patrick? And Monica's had him on a short leash, but he escaped for right now. So anyway, I called him over here to help me out. We are working on that bucket truck still. I had some parts I had to break loose on there, some valves with pipe wrenches and cheater pipes. Man, those suckers were on there, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
I was able to help.
boy, however, something. Once you get them broke loose, all right. It was getting the break loose part. That was the thing, because the way they were. And now we're gonna hook onto this fifth wheel and we're gonna move it down there to where my shop's being built. And I'm gonna use it down there for hanging out while I'm building the shop. Well, it may have its permanent home there, because we're focusing maybe towards us staying in that while we come back to the U.S. each time. It's still a toss-up coin thing. We hadn't 100% set our minds on it, but definitely going to take it back there, and I'll have me a restroom there, have me a place to go cool off, have a refrigerator there. I can put some of my stuff in the side while I'm working and just make use of it and get it out of the way right here. So that's what we're going to do right now, because it's going to rain on Tuesday and I haven't got all the rock put in going back there, and I don't want to drag it through a bunch of mud once those rains hit, so I can get it back there and get it secure for now. Then do have rock coming up being delivered here pretty quick. Well, anyway, we're gonna get hooked on to this joker, but it's just another piece of the puzzle, and it is a jigsaw puzzle, that's for darn sure. Man, when you uproot your life and you're trying to live between two countries, it's a job, man. Yeah,
Lord.
but the scales, I guess, are tipping for Mel and I, that we find ourselves enjoying more in the Philippines, especially once that build is done. You know, Patrick, honestly, all of this global issue going on, when we were over there, it really had no effect on us. Just like, are we really having an effect here right now? It sounds worse if you watch TV or listen to a radio or read a paper than it is just dealing it in real life, you know?
When you learn to focus on yourself, you really don't, you can tune out the rest of the world and focus on your personal growth. You really don't.
Yeah, right there at our place, we have so much happiness right around us. The kids, the family, the beach, the great community, everything, you know, that everything happening, the energy, the vibe. Yeah, so it don't even matter to us if that problem is out there, you know. It
You're
don't.
always going to have issues. That's just the way life is.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's not this, it's going to be something else. You know. And so you're not going to let life just keep on pushing you back, or you're not going to hold back just because, you know, you have stuff going on. You know, there's always something going on in the world. You know, you got to enjoy life. And that's what it's all about.
Well, I envy some of these guys that move over there and they didn't have a house. They just had an apartment they rented, or they rented a house, or they just had a house and they just sold that house or whatever, or leased it to a family member or a friend. And it's so easy for them to kick their can to the other side of the planet. But with all this mayhem I have in all these properties, it's not easy for me to kick my can. You can, you kick this can, it's full of something, it's gonna get all over you.
Yeah. You know, it's more like you're having to put on a different coat every time. You know, you're in the Philippines, you gotta put on a different coat. You're in Texas, you gotta put on a different coat. You know, because
Yeah.
you gotta approach it in different ways.
Yeah,
You
and
can
more than
approach
one
it the
coat
same-
here in
yeah,
Texas, because you're
Yeah.
dealing with rental properties,
Exactly.
and then you're dealing with farming and cattle,
Yeah.
and then at the same time my other little side hustles I have going on.
Yeah.
And then YouTube on top of that, because it's a job itself. I mean, a lot of people don't realize the hours that's put in to take your time and record, the endless hours of editing, uploading, following up comments. So yeah, it's many hats you're putting on. Yeah.
It takes a lot. You know, it just, I don't know how you do it. You know.
I've been busy. You know, I hadn't even showed everyone all those things that I have sold on there. I just like, you know, it's just too personal, but
Yeah.
man, I have been hustling though.
I remember that's one thing you told me before you came to Texas. You said, hey, I gotta come in and I gotta start downsizing. And it's been happening.
It's getting
been-
thinner
every
and thinner
time I
around
show
here,
up,
isn't it?
Yeah, every time I show up, something is gone.
Compared to what it was. Well,
It is clean,
yeah.
you know.
We get this scrap stuff and all hauled off from pulling it up from renters' places and everything. Well, I think it's going to be really good. Tax man's going to love it. He'll say, oh, that looks prettier now, the value is higher.
Might have to drag some stuff back. You gotta buy everything. You're right back.
Hey, you know, I'm kind of confused here. I heard about these variants, you know, and they had they had a Delta variant, right? And then they got some new variant now. What's it called, like Gemma or something? I don't know.
They
But
changed
man, this
everything.
must be the most powerful one right here, the extra variant.
This takes it to a whole new level.
What's the cure for that? Another one? You have to take a booster?
You take a booster shot. Shot.
Man, I called Patrick today. I said, man, when you get off work, you might come over helping me out. Well, honestly, it wasn't so much about the help. I just like hanging out with Patrick. We actually been hanging out a lot here lately.
Yeah.
We just have kept the camera turned off. Yeah, yeah. But man, I just enjoy old Patrick. That's just the way it is, boy.
Yeah, we always have fun. Anytime James calls me, I can see Monica look at me. She don't mind. She knows that me and you are good friends.
Yeah.
She does. Oh, he's about to go. Because I get excited. I'm like, hey, let's roll.
Man, I
Michael
enjoy
gets so
kicking it with
excited
you, boy.
about come seeing you.
I was actually, yeah, he's at a football game tonight, but I was actually looking forward to seeing Michael. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Well,
I'm kind of jealous that Michael's been having too much fun with you. A few times I intentionally left him behind.
Man, I dig that Michael, boy. I dig that Michael. He is a good guy. Good young man. Well, let's get this truck hooked up and get this thing out of here before it turns dark. That sun is setting through the trees there right now. Well, we decided it is that time that we want to go ahead and book our tickets to return back to our beloved Philippines. So I said, to heck with it. Tonight I'm gonna pull the trigger on it and just make it happen. So got that card out right now, and I'm about to continue here to pay, and these will be done and we'll be booked and have a date to go by to know to get all of our stuff done here. So we're pretty excited, and I know Melinda's excited. And now we got goals that we can shoot for, timelines we can shoot for, and excitement as well. Well, here we are. I'm on Philippine Airlines website, and I'm just about to pay and book our tickets to go back to the Philippines. Looks like I need to clean my computer screen. Babe, it's done. Now I need to book our flight to LA.